Yeah.
If you're a job hunter and you have no time to job hunt for whatever reasons, whatever it is, I think you should get all your marketing collaterals ready. What are marketing collaterals, Ian?
They are brochures. Marketing collaterals are brochures, product information.
Of yourself, but in our case, what would that mean?
Yeah. So, are you testing me? No. Okay. Well, get your marketing collaterals ready. The biggest one is your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
So it is out there in the public world. So when someone lands on your profile, immediately they know who you are, what you're all about, what you can potentially do. You're going to be surprised at how much information you reveal on LinkedIn, even if you try not to reveal anything on LinkedIn.
For good or for bad, right?
You are exuding information. And you want to make sure that it is
the right information,
positioned correctly, and that people get a good impression of you. And of course, there's the resume. But again, a resume isn't going to make or break your deal. You want to have a resume ready just in case. But you have to make sure you can tweak it and all that. Wait. So let me finish. Okay. So your resume is not as important as your LinkedIn. Seriously. Yeah. So if you're not, if you're always in, you want to be ready in case an opportunity turns up, because if somebody has a role and they look at your LinkedIn profile and it has nothing in it, they'll move on to the next person. So even if you have a secret resume ready, there's no avenue for you to send it to this seeker, to this hiring manager.
It never gets called upon.
Exactly. So your LinkedIn is more important.
Yeah. So you look at your LinkedIn profile as the bait or the hook.
It's such a negative metaphor.
If you want to catch the big fish or the right fish, you use the right bait. And because if you don't have a bait on a hook, it doesn't matter how pretty your hook is or how shiny it is, no one's gonna bite it.
Yeah.
So, that was so profound and deep.
And negative.
I must have it. I
just keep thinking about worms.
Why is it
now.
negative? Why?
Worms, bait, stinky.
Again, hey, don't knock my pet worms, okay? My pet worms in my gardens are my friends.
And again, do you want a dead fish on your hook or do you want a dead worm on your hook? What else do you fish with? Some other stinky shellfish.
Okay.
Anyway.
I take it you've not gone fishing.
No.
Okay, that's why. Anyways, we digress. It's funny I wanted to share with you because we have had individuals who come to us and tell us that I'm not getting a job. I'm not landing a job because my CV is no good.
Yep.
And
it's got nothing to do with your resume.
Actually, sometimes it does. If you have a 16-page CV that tells nothing.
Again, it depends because if you're an academic, 16-page resumes are okay.
If you're not an academic.
Or if you're a physician. Yes, doctors have 16-page resumes. Or researchers.
Researchers, I believe.
Again, to each his own. But yes.
But the point is, we do get people who tell us that we're not getting a job because our CV is not right, and then they end up going to a CV writer, paying $600 to get their font size changed, and it's to be optimized for ATS.
But it's not about that. It's about content.
Yes.
It's about content and it's about positioning. So come to us if you need help with that. It has to be customized to not just who you are, but also what your audience needs to see.
And it has to tally together with your positioning.
It needs to match.
Yeah.
You need to be congruent in your story, your narrative.
Yeah.
So reach out to us if you would like further clarity on that.
What do you think are the other marketing collaterals you might want to have on hand?
That there are websites of your company, and there's this executive bio thingy that comes up on websites. Please make sure that those are written well and appropriately
in grammatically correct English.
You'd be surprised. And
Yes.
so again, it's not written by you because it's done by the organization that you currently work for.
Yeah.
And if your bio is not well written, of course, you need to make sure that what other people are saying about you is also appropriately
and that's
correct.
an interesting piece now. I think from time to time we should do an audit of our own Google search ourselves.
we forget. Yeah.
And
it's not just LinkedIn because there are other very shady sites that collect information about you and then they collate it. I think there's one that starts with X. Oh, again, there are a few, and you want to make sure that people are saying the right things that you want them to say about yourself.
I got this friend. He went. He gave a talk. This is pre-COVID. He gave a talk in China.
Yeah.
On a professional basis, they call
And
him
the
over.
translation?
And the translation to the of it, actually bio was horrendously done.
Wow. That's scary.
And it was so badly done that anyone who stumbled upon that would think that he's linguistically
challenged. I think because they did a Google Translate directly.
I think so.
So from English to Mandarin and from Mandarin back to English, and I think that's what happened.
So it just happened. So he said he asked him to take it down because it was embarrassing.
So I guess what we're trying to say is
Google yourself.
Depending on
See
the
what
market,
comes up.
depending on the market you're after, the way you want to sell yourself would be different. So if you were an independent contractor doing gigs, then maybe you don't need a resume, but you do need your LinkedIn. You need a bio. And if you're one of those trainers or speakers, then you need a single page bio. So there are many other ways to go out to the market.
What do you think of people who run their own blogs? Is it a good or bad thing?
I think it's a good thing because they get to demonstrate their subject matter expertise on those blogs. But they need to do an audit once in a while because as we're different every year. With every year that unfolds, we grow a little bit more mature, and sometimes we're embarrassed or we cringe at something we wrote like 3 years ago. And so do a bit of an audit.
I actually did that. Because I was looking at my 2014, 2015 LinkedIn posts. And I'm so glad no one traces back. Oh, and thanks for me mentioning now there are people out there who's going to go and trace back to 2015.
Because you used to be very militant about certain establishments.
I still am, except that I don't voice it out now. So it's okay.
Yeah, do a quick audit about what it is that you wrote years and years and years ago. And refresh.